It is about your daughter. She's facing something so heavy that even her smile is breaking in silence. Talk to him, for God is showing you this for a reason. God says your daughter hides her pain behind laughter. You must listen before her silence turns into distance. There's something your daughter can't say out loud. Heaven is sending you this moment to listen with your soul, not your ears. God whispers, she's trembling inside, and you've been too busy to notice. Go now, speak to her, before her spirit fades. It's not rebellion, it's a cry for help. Your daughter's heart is in a battle she doesn't understand. God says, I gave her your love to protect her, not to judge her. Sit beside her tonight and just listen. You have no idea how many nights she prays for you to ask, are you okay? God says, do it today. The enemy is attacking her peace, and you've been distracted. God says, stand as her shield again. Your daughter feels unseen, unheard, and unloved, yet she's craving your presence more than your advice. God is sending this message to remind you. Sometimes love means simply showing up. There's a storm around her that she hides behind calm eyes. Only you have the power to bring her back into peace. God says she doesn't need perfection from you. She needs protection. Your daughter is fighting silent battles against voices telling her she's not enough. God says, tell her she's my masterpiece. Heaven saw her tears last night. She's begging for strength, but she's really begging for you to notice. God says, do not ignore what I've placed in your spirit. That feeling is your call to act. She doesn't need you to fix her. She needs you to believe in her again. God is warning you, don't wait for a crisis to connect. Your daughter's heart is reaching for you right now. There's someone trying to lead her down a dangerous path. You must speak before it's too late. God says, I am revealing this because she still trusts your voice over all others. You think she's strong, but even strong daughters have breaking points. God says, be her rest. She's been walking through shadows, smiling for your sake. Heaven says, now it's your turn to carry her light. God says, the enemy fears your unity. Don't let silence separate you. You once held her hand through small fears. Now she faces giants, and she's hoping you'll hold it again. God says, her destiny is great, but her faith is shaking. Strengthen her with your prayers. She's pretending she's fine. But God says you can't heal what you refuse to see. This is not coincidence. You were meant to hear this message before her next decision. God says, I need you to step back into her life, not as a critic, but as a comfort. The voice of confusion surrounds her. Be her anchor of truth before she drifts too far. God says, you prayed for her safety. Now I'm asking you to protect her peace. She's scared of disappointing you. That's why she hides her pain. Show her grace before regret takes your place. God says the conversation you avoid, the healing she's praying for. You think it's a small matter, but heaven sees it as a turning point. Talk to her now. God says you are the key to unlock the burdens sitting on her heart. She's surrounded by people yet feels utterly alone. Only your love can remind her she belongs. God says, don't dismiss her emotions as weakness. I place that sensitivity in her to feel me deeply. She's battling thoughts that whisper lies. Remind her that she is a divine creation, not a mistake. God says, if only you knew how much she misses you, you'd stop being silent. She's crying out in ways you don't recognize. Through anger, through distance, through silence. Hear her differently. God says, her breakthrough is near, but it depends on your willingness to forgive and reconnect. You can rebuild what's been lost. All it takes is one humble conversation and a listening heart. God says, the world is loud, but your words can still quiet her fears. She's not defiant, she's desperate. Heaven says, don't correct her, comfort her. God says, you used to pray over her bed. Start again. The same little girl who once ran to you for safety is now hiding from pain. Bring her back with love. God says, her tears are part of her transformation. Be patient while I heal her. Don't let pride stop you from being her safe place. God is calling you to be her peace. She's listening even when she pretends not to. Speak life over her, not fear. God says, there's still time to restore what distance destroyed. She doesn't need your perfection. She needs your presence. That's how heaven heals through family. God says, her destiny is attached to your prayers. Don't stop interceding. Your daughter's soul is heavy with confusion, but God says your voice will remind her who she is. The reason you're hearing this now is because she's about to make a life-changing decision. Intervene with love.